I attended the Nintendo Switch Together tour about a week ago. I haven't had a chance to really record my thoughts on it up until now because Thanksgiving week and just everything coming up. It just got a little bit hectic. But I went to that. I went to the last day of it at UC Riverside. I'm not native to like the region of Riverside, so I drove all the way, like almost an hour over there. The drive wasn't that bad. The campus was huge though, so it was kind of tough trying to navigate because I didn't realize that universities were like the size of a small town. Like the university in itself is like an entire like city, it almost feels like. Trying to find parking was hectic because obviously I'm not a student at that university. I felt like me and Anthony were the only two people that showed up that weren't from the university. Apparently I looked on Twitter, I mean there's some people that I think said they showed up to one of these, but it's like how many people are really gonna drive out to a university they don't attend and have to deal with everything just to get like a couple prizes and play games that they either A, probably already own, or B, we're gonna buy anyway even if they didn't play it, like or like me I guess. And just play games I don't own or have no interest in owning, but I just want to be there and say I went to a thing that was cool. Like I don't really care about the merch, or well, not really merch, just like items they give out. I'm not really too like big into those. I'm just like, I don't know, it just seemed like a fun event. Just go out and like see the light of day, I don't know. So yeah, after parking was figured out, went to the middle of the campus, that's where it was located, on like the lawn. And they had a whole bunch of different stations. They said there's like 10 different stations. And then there was like a stage that was also a station, but that apparently didn't count towards the total because if you wanted to get all the rewards you had to do all the stations. But there was Luigi's Mansion 3. I played that one. I sucked at it. I didn't play it for very long. Well, actually I did kind of play it for a long time, but I was having the hardest time trying to figure out how to suck up this one ghost, because I've never played a Luigi's Mansion game before in my life, and I don't know, I wanted to figure it out at least before I stopped playing. I didn't want to feel dumb walking away. And I also played Link's Awakening, like the remake for that one. I sucked at that one also, and those two games were conveniently placed next to each other. You know, the two games that I suck at. Those are also the only games you could play where you didn't have to play with like 4 people total, because you know, to maximize every person showing up being able to play and like get some free stuff and you know, test out all the product. They wanted to make sure that multiplayer games had 4 people like at all times, just so you know they could get the people through fast and everybody got a chance to do everything. There was also Mario Party. That one, you just played like 3 mini games and then you were done and it was over like a band-aid. I mean, I don't really care for like any of the newer Mario Party ones. The only ones I've played are Mario Party 7 and Mario Party 3. So I don't really have too much experience with the franchise, but I heard the newer ones aren't really like good anyway. But I wanted to like get free stuff, so I was like, okay, fine, I'll play it, whatever. So I did 3 mini games for that. Then there was also like the Just Dance like setup they had. The person said, oh yeah, the Just Dance line goes really fast. They only had 2 different setups for it, so only 2 different groups of 4 could play it at a time. I showed up, like, we showed up to the line and it was really long, and contrary to what you told us, the line did not move fast. I don't know why it would move fast when people are picking like 5-minute songs that take forever. So we stood in that for a while and I felt like my life was slowly being sucked away from me. And while we're waiting in that line, there was a Pokemon Sword and Shield, like little standees, with like the male and female trainer and like a little like tapestry backdrop thing showing like a Gigantamax and Pokemon and some other things for like photo op opportunities. This one didn't count as far as like this one didn't count towards like the checklist to get free stuff, but the Just Dance line was completely covering it anyway, and I wasn't, I'm not planning on getting Sword and Shield like at all, so I wasn't really interested in like trying to like tell people to move out of my way for something I'm not really like too big on. So we did Just Dance. We like danced to some like K-pop song. I don't know anything about K-pop, so it was kind of like really like it was kind of uncomfortable. We also did Smash. We got that one like right away. Like it's weird. Like they had I think like 3 or 4 different setups for Smash. Like I think they had like 4 setups for Smash. And there was like almost never a line for it. Like at least like after the initial period of when they opened it up, it just seemed like there wasn't anybody there. So either everybody already had it or they just got it out of their system and they were done with it. Like I don't know what it was. But I played Smash and I played as Lucas because I made Lucas. I don't know, I'm not like huge on Smash. The only Smash game I don't have is Ultimate, and I don't really know when I'm gonna end up getting it because that game never goes on sale. Yeah, I also played Super Mario Maker 2. Sucked at that one because yeah, I kind of suck at platformers. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I did like really good at that one. I almost got first place, like overall. Like I got first place in 2 of the matches, and then I got second place in one and like third place in another, and they were actually nice enough to let all 4 players play like all 4 races, so that one was actually like kind of more enjoyable because it was something I was actually like good at. Of course, like the first match, like I had no clue what I was doing because I'm used to the Wii U version, so I was like kind of sucking, but I got to play as the Inkling girl, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, Anthony barely beat me with like a score of like 51, and then I got like 50. So like he barely beat me, even though I got first 2 of the times. I don't know how that happened. Those were all the games, I believe. There was also different like photo op opportunities. So there was a Mario Party one where they had different like hats and like mustache like chains and things, so you could look like Mario or like Princess Peach or whatever, or like Bowser, and you could dress up and get cute little photo op things. I'm not really like into photo ops too much. Like they're kind of like weird for me. So there's that one. There was also a Mario Kart 8 Deluxe one, and the cart for it, like you can't really tell, but like on the inside of the cart it looked kind of crusty. Like it looked like the paint on the inside had chipped away, like they had been continually reusing the same one for every single event for like the past 2.5 years, like, or like 2 years, or whenever they started like promoting the game on Switch. So it looked kind of worn. Like outside looked fine, but like if you look at like where the people sit, it's like people's shoes like scraped it off. It's like, ooh, okay. And then the last one was to get a photo with the sandbag from the Smash Bros series. That one specifically had like a sign that said do not touch. It also looked to be like pretty good quality. Like I don't know where they normally house this sandbag guy, but he looked like he deserves to be upon like a nice pedestal, unlike the Mario Kart car, which looks like it belongs at some like rinky-dink like mall. Like, you know what I'm talking about, when you go to the mall or something and you see the section with like the little cars or carousels where you put in a quarter, and it kind of like moves back and forth for like a minute and then it stops. That's what it looked like. It looked like it was like one of those, but like slightly better condition. The last thing there was like this giant stage which had a giant TV screen, and some of the time during the day they had Smash up on the screen and people were fighting it out doing stock matches, which I forgot to mention earlier. We didn't do stock matches on the normal, like, for fun Smash ones when you showed up to a Smash station. They just did timed matches for those. But up on the big screen, it was stock matches. And I remember at one point, they had like, all 4 people were playing as Terry Bogard. And that was kind of interesting. That's all I really remember. That and, like, somebody won one of the matches and they got like a Mario backpack, like a whole Mario backpack, like not even like a little cheap like carry bag or nylon like little cheap bag, like it was an actual backpack. And when they weren't doing Smash up there, they were also doing like Just Dance. The stage was optional, I didn't have to do it, and there was people crowding around it. I didn't really want to like be in the spotlight either. So after getting all that stuff, I went to like the little prize counter, which was located in the little corner next to like Link's Awakening and also Luigi's Mansion 3. And I got a Pokemon Sword and Shield pin. Actually looks like pretty nice. Obviously not as good as the official Nintendo Switch pins they gave out like at the Switch launch events they were doing. Those pins were like actually really nice quality. These ones are just like stereotypical like little button pins. I also got like sunglasses, which are really cheap, but it's whatever. I don't really wear sunglasses anyways. I got a fanny pack, which I'm not wearing a fanny pack, but I mean if they're gonna give me free stuff, I'm gonna take it. And then there's also like mustaches. It's not like the coolest stuff. It's just, you know, it's promotional stuff. Like it doesn't have to be amazing. It's just supposed to be like, hey, we have this product, please buy it. So, I mean, that was the experience. Would I drive all the way to UC Riverside again? They'd probably have to make it a little bit more worth my while. If I had to go back to the same college though, I'd probably say, yeah. If I had to figure out a whole other university, I don't know if I'd do that, because it was pretty confusing. But just the event itself was pretty fun. Like I got that right when it opened. It never felt too crowded. Like I don't know, because I didn't go the first day at that college. I went the last day of the event, like for the whole like season, or whenever they decide to do another Nintendo Switch tour or whatever. So I can only judge my experience off this one day. I'm not like some big person in the industry that's gonna show up to every single event every single day in California. Like I'm not crazy like that. Like I'll show up to one event, have a good time for a few hours, get my stuff and leave, and then like have a talking piece later because I did something interesting with my life for once.